Our client is North Yarmouth Academy. They are a longstanding educational institution in North Yarmouth, Maine. We had done a master plan for them in 2017. About a year and a half later, they came back to us looking to focus on the learning commons as an area for improvement, which interestingly enough, in the 1930s was first built as their gymnasium. Two concerns really that they had were bringing natural light into the space, which felt very much like a basement, and also adjusting the ceiling height of that existing second floor. We thought that we could make a really simple gesture by rebuilding the interior second floor about a foot higher and pulled it about 13 feet off of the exterior wall, looking back at the history of the building and saying that that was once a double height space, so why don't we sort of play off of that and use what was once there. The opposing wing of that existing building also had these really beautiful arched openings. We wanted students to engage with the space, and now those double height windows along that double height space becomes a place where the students really gravitate towards, and that was really one of the project goals, both internally for our office and as well for the client. I think it has to be the play on volumes. The building is very unassuming from the exterior, and when you walk in, it's very bright. The double height space with the windows, coming up with that concept for what we think the students are gonna do, and then seeing that actually happen and play through, that's probably my favorite element. I think the client's favorite part is realizing the potential for the space. Sort of the repeated phrase was, we want a wow factor, and we want this to be a hub for student activity and academic activity. And before, it was very clearly not that, and it's a total transformation. So what sets us apart from other projects that I've worked on is scale and budget restraints. There's always a conversation about cost. In this particular instance, I felt it was top of the list. We set out with ambitious goals to add on and really retracted and looked inward to the existing building to see how we could use what was there. I think one thing our office always talks about doing is this refinement of ideas, and I think that this was a good example of really refining down to the core essence of the project. I mean, we made two big moves. We pulled the floor back and we added those larger windows. So it was really sort of honing in on what the important pieces of the project were. I would love to thank North Yarmouth Academy. It's been a great experience working with them. They were optimistic even when faced with challenges. I'd also like to thank Dan King, who is the facilities manager for NYA. He also helped GC the project and really helped work with us to see that through. I'd also like to thank our office as a whole, Simon's Architects. I know it often is said that everyone contributes to a project, but being that this was my first project in a management role, really every person in the office answered a question at one point or another or gave guidance to help me realize the project for our office. And I'd also like to thank Thornton Tomasetti, Matt, and Paul Becker. Really pulled off amazing gymnastics with the structural arrangement to make this project happen.